Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rosehour. I'm going to be giving you your soul. I'm going to be your soul caster today for the second match of the B stream, 100 Tree Rex versus its official 100 Tree Rex, built around that very well known and honestly infamous Dust core of Dust, Thief, and Wi-Fi, being actually mostly comprised of players from the winners of the previous Valorant Invitational, the Tree Stump moves. This is a scary roster. They've had probably the most time together in the server out of anyone in VVI, and quite honestly can make a deep run. They've been struggling a little bit in groups, but with this match against official, they're looking to prove that they really still have it. But it's official. No slouches themselves. Yunchol, B-Bowman, Ascend, very mechanically talented players. They're going to be trying to put up as best a fight they can. And honestly, this team is really going to come down to how well Dust can, that Dust Pirate Spy calling core can, the solutions they can come up with against everything its officials going to be throwing at them. Mani, Ascend are going to be looking to take those duels early on, looking to lock down map control with just raw aim. And it's official, a lot of these less synergistic rosters do just have the chance to suddenly start popping off. Everyone gets in the zone, everyone builds up a head of steam. It's honestly quite hard to stop a team this mechanically proficient when they get going. It's official and 100 Tree Rex, again, both looking to stay alive in their groups. And the biggest... so going over to Haven, actually, this is going to be a very important map to, again, for that 100 Tree Rex to really fully utilize their synergy, their calling core to position themselves up for post plants, for retakes, send people on lurks, fast flanks. Being one of the bigger maps in Valorant, it's all important to maintain that extremity control. And Dust on the Chamber, for instance, is going to have a great opportunity to do that, assuming that's the pick we see from him. Furthermore, it's official. This roster, again, I harped on it again and again, but the nature of Haven, that mid being so open, A short being such a point of A short and A lobby being such big points of contention, can be a very big opportunity for these players to just barge in, take duels, rip map control away before that calling core of 100 Tree Rex can have a chance to respond. And honestly, if its official is probably going to be looking to rely very much on, again, the mechanics of its players, bulldoze in through sites, take fights early, take them hard, position themselves to just spam out that util and bowl over the defenders of 100 Tree Rex. The other thing about Haven is it's very interesting to approach from a defender's standpoint, because you can, depending on where you invest your players and how well its official can get a read on where the 100 Tree Rex players are going to be positioned, this can be a very complicated spot for the defenders on either team to be in, because you have to be wary of lurks up through garage, up through C long, even when it's just A hit 9 rounds in a row, run a C split, run a B split. It's going to be very difficult for these teams to, find their defensive footing, figure out what setups work, what setups don't, how to best utilize that utility from the Sentinels, whether it's going to be a Chamber or a Killjoy or even a Cypher, how best you can use that to convert that into extremity control and avoid getting punished by these slow pushes out from players going on lurks, players solo pushing garage 30 seconds into the round after some early A lobby pressure. It's going to really heavily rely on both the ability of 100 Tree Rex and its official to fight for this map control early and convert that into pressuring the defense or pressuring the offense respectively, into converting that into round wins. And, once more, I just really want to harp on the fact that a lot of the players for its official aren't necessarily the most experienced players in the BPL circuit, but are still reliable team players, reliably good results. And now going into Agent Select, we can see Pirate Spy locking down the Killjoy, dust on the chamber, the 100 Tree Rex double Sentinel comp, going to be doing its best to take as many of those defensive rounds. That very hard position of having an immense defensive presence across all three sites. The Brimstone and the KO also going to be lending themselves to that, really slowing down a lot of these fast hits with the Sky Util. And the double Initiator comp on the other side. I believe the teams are backwards, but regardless, its official is going to be looking to utilize that double Initiator to burst up through Garage, and starting on the attacking side, that's going to be extremely important for them. Taking away lobby and Garage control, and will prevent a lot of pressure if you decide to even commit up B. And the positioning for 100 Tree Rex looks like you're going to have the KO, actually a 3-stack over towards A, most likely going to be an early dart for A lobby, and it looks like this is a pretty good read of what its official want to get done. The 5-stack of the players over towards the A lobby is going to mean there's going to be a very, very big clash there early on. Wi-Fi on the Sova. Just going to be throwing down that dart. Good luck to call in the chat. 5-man A lobby hit. The dart pings 5. Push up. Mani gets the first onto the KO. Brim smokes are down from the. He actually catches the leg of the Sky as Yunchol's pushing through. Falls. Pinged up by the drone though. Dust spams for 2 with the Chamber Headhunter. And it's just going to be, it's official. Backing off, low health on both players, running up through C. Looking to clear this KJ util, but the molly gets popped. Mani falls, and it's just Bliss2K on extremely low health. Just runs out of bullets on the Headhunter, switches to the Classic, finds the 3rd on the round. Diffuse coming in for 100 Tree Rex. First round goes to them. And there it is again, that Sentinel util leveraged just to maintain pressure on parts of the map that even though the defender themselves is rotated away, they can still, the KJ can just turn around from a connector, press F, and pop that Nano Swarm, further giving the numbers advantage over to 100 Tree Rex.
Placing swarm grenade.
Now, this is actually an interesting little KJ setup. The bot, all of the util invested over towards Garage, expecting seemingly a Z-split off the Force. KO knife, 0 point. Connects with a lobby, dog up through Garage. Pirate Spy probably calls that there are 2 players at least over there. The Sky Smoke is in B main. The dart gives away the position of 3. Alarmbot, the trademark still hasn't been popped yet, indicating that there's no one actually out on B's site, despite the fact that there are also just 2 players holding it. Pirate Spy pops that util. Only gonna end up getting away with 1. The ADS on the spectrum not quite connecting.
Look at that!
B swings, goes down to Yunchol. Dust trying to hold it down with the Marshall. Body shot onto 1. Jet updrafts over, and Football Cutie 69. Well-known ranked demon. However, on the retake, the kills are coming through in the favor of 100 Tree Rex. Dart comes out, pings 1. The wallbang doesn't quite connect. Extremely low health on Uguay is going to fall to the KO. not as comfortable of a second round buy as one may want if you're 100 T-Rex, but its official did force into that, so it is going to mean that it's official unless they really want to force the issue, reforce again, and just try to take a fight as early as possible. It looks like that's actually going to be the choice. The Spectres are being rebought, and 100 T-Rex just trying to bonus this might actually get caught off guard. You have the one player in Pirate Spy buying full armor, but otherwise it's okay. Never mind, as Dust actually picks up a rifle, 2 Bulldogs, 2 Spectres, and a Vandal into a third round force. Cloud9 Blue signature double force, the null point once again into A lobby. Gonna give away that Jet's position. Suppress it, make her unable to take the dash away. And now it's official. Trying to, maybe hold their hand with the fact that they are forcing again. Drone's gonna spot out the player grass. Pirate Spy in this ratty little corner is actually going to not quite be cleared by the shock dart, and neither will his alarm bot. So Pirate Spy is just gonna be maintaining this position. The KO jump spot sees one, flash out, dash away isn't enough. Yunchol tries to trade it out by taking away that extra side control up short, but Wi-Fi is good for the trade.
Die.
The fake actually over to the B site, not entirely unsuccessful. The chamber trademark is going to pop. Give it the spike plant comes through, but better guns and numbers for 100 T-Rex. Dust actually gets a free teleport into backside. The Sova for its official, though, connects onto the
one less.
Dust with a little panic ADS. Is going to find the first, not looking quite at him.
One enemy remaining.
And it's just a 2v1. The Bulldog cleans up the last 2. And 100 T-Rex.
It is over.
3-0 on their Haven defense. Not a bad start at all. And if it's official really want to keep forcing the issue, they're going to find the economy soon snowballing out of their control. So it seems that last round was more intent on half buying and buying up for this round. Trying to do as much damage to the 100 T-Rex economy so they can't really start running away with it. Now we're going to see 4 rifles and a Spectre. The latter being in the hands of the Astra. Some super early garage pressure as Dust actually pops the Tour de Force at the beginning of the round. KJ Util identified by Trailblazer. Sky Smoke comes down in C long, just to give its official some pause, but Yunchol actually doing a great job of pivoting off the dog's vision.
Take flight. 2
players in A and C connector are going to have to do a lot of work here to stymie this. The drone comes in, gives Mani some pause. The Jet still on the outside of that Sky Smoke looking in. Spike right outside that B main. It's official. Yunchol actually with the reflank up through A. This might be an A and Yunchol can get this pick here. The jump spot sees him, the 0 points presses him, but Yunchol wins the duel anyway. And just like that, it's official. Peel off, bring it back over.
30 seconds left.
V up in heaven is actually going to connect on Yunchol before he can get anything else.
Obscuring, blocking vision.
Those Nebula smokes are down. Wi-Fi is positioned right at the front of one time. Extremely low for its official.
10 seconds left.
Lockdown's going to come through. The jumps out of heaven looking to find one. Doesn't quite find anything, but Luke and Dust are good for theirs. The Tour de Force not quite finding anything, but Dust just has to stay alive.
Last player standing.
100 T-Rex with their fourth round. It's official. Keep one rifle, but it's really not what you want. So coming into this round, Yunchol just won off that Seekers. If It's Official are looking to just maybe battle through a lobby, maybe try to get that orb, use your Astra Util to smoke off CT in heaven, and then just gravity well right behind that default box. 4 enemies suppressed. Wi-Fi's actually going to pop the ult, gets 2 tags, can he find a kill? He secures the 1. The null command also activated to, again, prevent any util from that sight burst.
Nailed them.
Mani takes a few shots, but does connect onto Dust, getting the trade and maybe picking up this rifle. Right-click flash over the top. Yunchol looking to re-explore Garage, but that KJ turret is just going to be waiting. Both Sentinels still online means that 100 T-Rex have full extremity control. Yunchol just playing Minesweeper, clearing out the Garage. Pirate Spy waiting with that Spectre, trying to find a timing. Mani might actually catch him here, though. Spectre still good in the run and gun, but not quite good enough there. The dart goes down for the retake. Yunchol hiding though, and just to stay out of its line of sight, it doesn't quite connect the ping.
Last player standing. 1 enemy remaining.
Pistol is good actually for the first. Bulldog recovered, and this is doable for Bliss. Unfortunately, the gravity well messes up the aim. 5th round on the board for 100 T-Rex. These rounds, though, have been very close. It's Official being more than capable and more than ready to take fights and trade out. Yunchol being very bold as to, go on a lot of these solo explorations as the Sky. And it's been keeping 100 T-Rex pretty securely on the back foot. If it weren't for, again, the ever-present threat of the global threat of those chamber trademarks putting you in a tough position whenever you try to get any real map control. As long as Dust and Pirate Spy stay alive, it's going to be extremely difficult to take away any extra space. Fast C hit coming through for It's Official. Jet dashes right into the waiting arms of Dust, who actually tries to go for more.
Found one.
The Incendiary going to be coming down. Orbital strike off the bomb tap. The defending Sova dart actually gets something as well. Yunchol does manage to find Wi-Fi, getting caught out with his bow out.
Last player standing.
Bliss good for his 1, but D good for 2 more.
Not the boom you hoped for.
Guns recovered and 100 T-Rex. These rounds are close, but they're constantly winning it out. It's challenging if you're It's Official again because of this double Sentinel setup, the Brim smokes, the KO molly, the Brim molly. There's just so much util to just halt you as soon as you try to take any map control whatsoever. It's Official are really going to have to find a solution to, break open this defensive hold, whether it be, pressuring Garage a lot more heavily earlier to clear out the KJ util right off the bat. Yunchol doesn't quite find anything with the swing there. Sometimes the Vandal just refuses to hit a bullet, and that's all you can do about it. Drone out. B main's gonna spot Mani at least at the headshot box. Pirate Spy tag is going to have to fall off, but players from It's Official don't actually commit to that fight. Without Yunchol the spearhead, it's proven kind of difficult for them to take any map control away. Mani is going to find the... And a second as well for the Jet. Can he push in for more? It's Official reconsidering. With Mani so far back,
30 seconds
they're
left.
actually going to be committing to this C-split with 30 seconds left on the clock. Dust finds one, and the second sprays down for some good damage on the third. It's a 2v2. Both initiators for T-Rex alive.
One enemy remaining.
The player garage. Wi-Fi finds the first. Money forced back. Would have to be a gargantuan clutch. Flashed up. Taken out. And the 7th round for 100 T-Rex. They've won out the half. And it's official. Really have to start making something work and soon. But again, fantastic job from 100 T-Rex to just steady their hands, you know, have nice repositions, move that A player over to A connector, you know, Wi-Fi the drone out through B main, constantly pumping the brakes rather on a lot of what its official is trying to accomplish.
Suppressed.
Tour de Force once again comes out. Monty for what feels like the 100th round identified by that 0 point into A lobby. Mikhail is actually going to take that opportunity to themselves in behind those bricks. It's official. They made some good noise outside of garage, and now the 3 stack moving over. The KO should be able to find one here, but depending on how well spaced it is, and they're holding it. They're holding it. This trigger discipline could be massive here. Gonna find the first and the second.
Down A.
100 T-Rex. Just more ready. D finds a miraculous shot onto Yunchol. Pirate Spy finds the other KJ, and this last player noted in A lobby. They go for the third. Fantastic trigger discipline off of a nice little reposition. 100 T-Rex, again, it's that synergistic calling core that they're aware of where everyone else is on the map at any point in time, and they're more than willing to let somebody go for a big play because the person going for the play knows that they can rely on their teammates to pick up the slack. And the longer these rounds have gone on, the more 100 T-Rex have actually built up that head of steam, not really taking no for an answer on a lot of these fights. Be consistently, you know, winning out his 1v1s. And the 5-man suppression off the 0 point into the null command. Fragment launched as well. This save round is just fully stimmied. Dust actually looks out of garage. I believe he was spotted up. Warning shots from the sheriffs on the side of its official. That nano swarm not quite going where Pirate Spy wanted it to go, I don't think. Flash through for the sky. Trademark comes out, but Monty, next up to Dust, has a little whiff. D cleans up the jet and just ducks and dodges under the shots like Neo of Matrix fame. Not of Catboy Inquisition. And that lockdown from Pirate Spy does such a good job of really halting anything that its official were trying to do, you know, trade out for Yunchol and Mani there. This
30 seconds
just the
left.
supporting players for its official stuck in a really tough position.
Last player standing. Spike
Swings
down
for the
mid.
first. Bliss Ascend finds the trade, but it's a 3v1.
That's bingo.
D with a great position under window there. Just walks out, holds his nerve, cleans up the last eco. You know, despite, you know, being the inferior smoker maybe in statistics, and in terms of what, like, the right percentage plays are at any given moment, Brimstone can still be extremely lethal. Those smokes are... what's the word? The smokes are discerningly obscurative. You know, you don't actually... It's actually a lot harder to push through them than it looks, because unlike most smokes where it's as a halt, like it's hollow and you can just pop through it right away. Now, sky smokes last for ages and also directly obscure anything you're trying to see. This KO has been getting so aggressive here on A.
You are divided.
Identifies so many players, is just holding for another trigger discipline.
Kill confirmed.
Finds the first, and suddenly all of its official is trapped in A short. The 3 players from 100 Tree Rex coming through CT just to help support that KO. Dust finds Send.
Spike down A.
Money though, good for 2, and the third! Real pop-off play from this Jet. And then he needs to look for more. (2v2) retake. Pirates by slowly creeping in. It's going to toss a nano swarm into Graffiti. Leads to the kill on Mani, and Pirate Spy with a nice little flick. Onto who is presumably B-Ball Man.
I detonate. You don't.
10-0, and you can't help but feel like this map is already kind of looking over. You know, the longer it goes on and the more these rounds break down, the more consistently 100 Tree Rex is, being willing to take those aggressive peaks, take the initiative, and really make it hurt. Nice little triple by Mani isn't enough to pull its official over the line as the rounds break down. Once again, 100 Tree Rex, that experience, that discipline, the knowledge and comfort with playing with each other, consistently save out. Now this is a weird buy from its official. They're trying to force up as much as possible, and the turret from Pirate Spy is actually going to get the kill. This Garage player has not been dislodged at all. And its official, despite having ultimates in the bank, is just going to be fast flanked by Dust, who's finds 2 and the third. And now it's just B-Ball Man. On a flank through C, might find 1, but it'll still be a 1v3 at that rate. It's being held for it. Finds the first. Nice little swing out. At the off angle underneath window.
Last round in the half.
This has just been a brutal first half for its official. Despite the fact that even though they have been able to, spot out those players early on, try to take away a little map control aggressively with Mani and Yunjol, it's seemingly never enough, as while they're doing that, whoever they have taking map control elsewhere will more often than not lose out the duels to 100 Tree Rex, and
I've got your trail.
the early 0 point. So much information away. The dart. Yunjol completely isolated in this forward short position is actually going to fall to the orbital strike of the stunned up by the Seekers. This attacking Killjoy actually, and the combination with the Hunter's Fury, do actually mean that its official have sight control. The Astro Smoke comes through into Heaven, meaning Dust can't swing out of it quite yet. He's just gonna jump out, finds the first! B-Ball Man shuts it down.
Remaining.
Here.
And it's official. Favorable 3v1. Smoke goes down as throws out a stim beacon, and Mani more than happy to pick up that kill. A little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for its official. Let's see what they can get done on their defense here. With the raw firepower of Mani and Yunjol, might be looking to stay a little bit more aggressive. Have that Jet play a one and done dash away, or send it down grass or something. Just anything to try to take away those rounds before 100 Tree Rex can close it out. This 100 Tree Rex team is always such a threat in these moments where they're already in the lead, because Dust, the, and Wi-Fi will go for the confidence plays.
Shutting them down. They're suppressed.
0 points onto the C site. It's going to suppress the lone site anchor. And that's actually going to be enough to call over 2 defensive players. And 100 Treerex have sold a fake off of just a 0 point.
Who trained you?
The Astra playing alone in the backside, maybe not the best decision to play solo there when your entire team is on the other side of the map and you can't really be helped from where you are. Monty is going to find an overzealous KO, but Dust pushes up into the sky smoke here. Might be able to find one. Finds 2 actually, running out with a Ruination Ghost. And fully just AFKs there, maybe a little BM.
Match point.
100 Treerex. Take that last pistol and, you know, it's a good thing it's official like forcing, because that's what they're gonna have to do if they want to, you know, stay alive, even keep these guns remotely even. Pretty standard alarm bot in garage. Neutral might actually be looking to flash out here early. The flash goes in. Can't quite find the kill. Does actually find it in the end. But 100 Treerex, like lightning, have pushed up. Plant goes down B. And they've gotten pretty far off, just looking to allow this this Sova and KJ util to do the bulk of the damage. He on the flank finds the first. It's good for the second. The half is there, but there's so much spam to work through. He actually finds his third.
1 enemy remaining.
There they are.
As it breaks down, I find a 1v2. KJ's just gonna stick it, and it's official. When they're forced by and keep themselves alive in the map. A 100 Treerex can either choose to, you know, force back into this, keep the foot on the gas, or just save up and wait for that full buy to come through against what will inevitably be weaker weapons, assuming they can do any damage here with their pistols. And it looks like they're going to elect for the latter. You know, take a round to just sort of compose yourselves, maybe play default, sort of try to identify where, you know, those defensive players are typically posted up. Sky Flash once again out of garage. 0 point is gonna suppress that. There's a lot of pressure on Ascend here on the A site once again to, you know, find something and not really like that. Astra finds the first, anchoring down that site.
Right there.
Pirate Spy spotted out and shortened. Now it's official, free to rotate as many players over as they want. Pirate Spy actually, though, with a classic, does manage to take down the Astra, and it's a lot of util off the board. Treerex are just going to run it back over to the C site, but that is where the Killjoy utility is waiting.
Pin beacon here.
Sheriff's ring out, but the spam damage has already been, the chip damage has already been laid in by the turret. 100 Treerex just taking it back over as 4. Jet, Monty, seen in garage. 100 Treerex surely have to know that official are rotating off of it. This position from Uber doing the whole push here, but elects to jump up early on platform. Gives away a great position and a Spectre. Numbers in favor of 100 Treerex. This can't be how you let it end if it's official. Pirate Spy not gonna get away with that position.
No more.
The Spectre for B-Ball Man rings out. 2v2 retake. These players long have to be pressured out first. B is going to get the orbital strike off, but is going to fall. Allowing B-Ball Man to push up a little bit farther, but the bullets aren't there. Money doesn't let Wi-Fi win that out. It's official. Stay alive. Triple their rounds in this map thus far. But But 100 T-Rex, you know, going into that round, you have to be just trying to do as much damage as possible with the Spectres, so you can, with the pistols rather, so you can really, really heavily invest here and just bolster your economy going forward. And that's what they did. You know, Spike Plant down, 4 kills secured.
Gun here.
Buy for its official isn't perfect, but, you know, 2-round wins, 2 Spike Diffuses, 3 rifles in hand. Once again, the slow default. Monty actually taking a very wide angle in B main.
A gift.
Dust knows that there's
Trap
a player
destroyed.
waiting for him. Break the rendezvous, gets out of the way a little bit more. Dust fully blind, sprays down Yunchol with the Vandal.
Launching smoke.
Suddenly, it's official. They're starting to look shaky here. That was their weakest gun, but no more Sky Util for that retake. It's going to make A a very hard site to hold on to.
I need a stop. Blasting them.
Sendo finds the first. Stun out, doesn't quite connect onto anything as the swings by trade. Those Sky Smokes are going to take a long time to fade away, and every second here is a second 100 T-Rex draws closer to winning out. Monty finds the player Graffiti. Blade Storm popped. Floating out in the open. Clears so much of the site. The Brim Molly goes into nowhere. The Nano Swarm popped, but Monty can get aggressive here with the Blade Storm. Isn't quite going to find anything yet. Right click doesn't connect. But still, I'm
One
burning
enemy
down.
remaining.
And 100 T-Rex.
Attackers win.
Clean up a pretty comfortable map, 13-3. I believe that secures them a path out of their group with such a dominant finish. Again, it's that core of, you know, Dust, the Wi-Fi, and Pirate Spy all playing off of each other. You know, fully leaning into their extant synergy. I believe it's Doc actually on the KO, who is also doing a fantastic job of just chucking in that 0 point to clear away, to give a lot of that early info over to 100 T-Rex. And these players just so confident and so willing to play off of each other and with each other. That was a very, very dominant map for 100 T-Rex. You can't really be looking at anything else other than a team that I believe they struggled a little bit in their first game, but have pretty handily caught up to speed with their group. I mean, a plus 10 round difference on that map is going to effectively secure them a spot in bracket. Yeah, the 11-0 curse didn't quite come through. 100 T-Rex, just frankly a very dominant performance. There's not much else to say. The Zero Duelist comp working wonders for them on Haven. EMEA, take notes. However, though, I would like to point out Monty's very impressive performance on the Jet, often playing a very selfless, very solo entry, late push style, is going to, there are definitely things 100. It's official is got to be proud of coming out of this series and coming out of this group. They weren't the most well-renowned. Yeah, it's official with that -6 round differential. Sadly, won't be making it out of this group, but 1-1 records across the board. They took their map off Mahir Appreciation Society, and this group is frankly a circle of suck, but someone's got to be on the bottom of the circle, even though that's not how circles work. A very good, very clean Haven for 100 T-Rex. Them and Mahir Appreciation Society going to be the ones going into the bracket later on today and tomorrow. And once more, props to 100 T-Rex for a very, very dominant Haven. And coming up later today, we have Red Hawks versus, I believe it's Mahir Appreciation Society, since they're going to be the second coming out of Group B, and later today on the B stream, we have the first people coming out of Group C, going up against Big Macs, and then Stormtroopers against Stimulus Package at 7 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, 100 Tree Rex, having recently secured that win, are going to be the next to play on this stream against Big Macs, where I will be back. Fortunately, I know you all can't get enough of me. Thanks so much for tuning into this match. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon enough.
Don't know what to do, how to do it. Know that I should leave, but I hate it. I know that you're not, know that you're not the right one. If you were falling, will you fall with me? If I was calling, will you answer me? The timing was off, but would you wait for me? Would you wait for me? you wait for me? Would you wait for me? Would you wait for me? Would you wait for me?
Nexus, LSD, TCB, MDMA. Nexus, LSD, TCB, MDMA. Nexus, LSD, TCB, MDMA. Nexus, LSD, TCB, MDMA.
Choose your agent.
My camera is destroyed.
Adios.
Spike planted. Recalling my bot. Oh! enemy remaining.
Yes, this should do.
Placing alarm bot.
Last player standing. Spike planted. Spike planted.
There. There.
Last player standing.
Shutting them down.
Spikes down. Obscuring vision. Bomb grenade out. Fire in the hole!
Last player standing.
Need a drop. Thank you.
Satchel out. Satchel out. Here. Bomb buddy out. You should run. Placing swarm grenade.
Last player standing.
Toxin screen down.
Can someone get this? Thank you.
Shadows.
Satchel out.
You are powerless. Throwing charge. Flash.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted.
Satchel out.
Grenade. Flashbang. Disappear. Silence.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
There.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Here.
30 seconds
You
left.
will not kill my ally.
Cover going out.
Hiding.
Last player standing.
Can someone get this? Thank you. We go!
Knife deployed.
Here comes the party! Satchel out.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Suppressing.
You should run.
Flash. Flashbang. Spike plant.
Satchel out. Got one.
One enemy remaining.
Cage 3.
Here. My ultimate. Flash. Flash.
You will not kill my ally. Spikes down. Placing Tossing swarm grenade.
One enemy remaining. Team Ace. Last round before the switch.
As one.
No one walks away.
Camera.
There.
Fire in the hole!
Don't get in my
One enemy remaining.
Battle out.
Switching sides. Match point.
Target 86.
One enemy remaining. Spike down
No
A.
charges. Shutting them down.
Defenders win.
I don't wanna wait for a storm that ain't coming, or hide from the sun in the morning. I don't wanna run something I can't fight, but I gotta be careful with what I call mine. I know you too well. I'll climb up on the roof and yell. I've learned all that I know, and we put on quite a show. I'd be lying if I said I'm coming back. I just wanna go, I wanna walk away. Never wanted to love you anyway. Guess I should've known, won't pick up the phone. Go on and watch me fade. When you see the lights faded in the night, know that I'm fine alone. I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing. I'll be running, I'll be running by. Should've known, won't pick up the phone, go on and watch me fade. When you see the lights fading in the night, know that I'm fine alone. I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing. I'll be running, I'll be running, I'll be running, I'll be running down, I'll be running.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
So I don't want to freak you out, but I can see inside your room from the street. Get some blinds and call me back. Or just come outside because I'm here right now. Alright. Bye.
Nightfall. And I shouldn't be here. I know. How about we don't think for once? Just move with me. How about we just say what we want on the count of three? I'm outside and I don't wanna escape. I've been thinking about you, how your voice shakes when you're lying, make everything about you, and I just be a smiling, but I'd still be here when we're in hard times, baby, just join in the fun, running around, I lose my mind, the summer's only begun. I'll still be here when we're in hard times. Baby, just join in the fun. Running around, I lose my mind. The summer's only begun. Tell me, babe, it's untrue. Up all night just drinking, and I don't know what we'll do as the daylight starts to sink in. I'd still be here when we're in hard times, baby, just join in the fun. Running around, I lose my mind. The summer's only begun. I'll still be here when we're in hard times. Baby, just join in the fun. Running around, I lose my mind. The summer's only begun. Summer's only begun.
She only come out at night. Type of freak that I like. I never seen her in lights. Always on the move. Never room for two. I see you. She only come out at night. Type of freak that I like. I see you. I never seen her in lights. Always on the move. Never room for two. I see you.
Don't know what to do, how to do it. Know that I should leave, but I hate it. I know that you're not, know that you're not the right one. If you are falling, will you fall with me? If I was calling, will you answer me? The timing was off, but would you wait for me? Would you wait for me?
Yeah, you do you, bro. I mean,
All
it's not like I'm the
Welcome
perfect
back.
customer.
Welcome back to the V stream here on Victory Valorant Invitational on BPL 2. I am Roseauer, joined by Retrograde, coming off a first round win for Red Hawks, and we're going to be going into a Stormtroopers against Stimulus package, captained by Mustard and Georgie Boy, respectively.
It's going to be an interesting game here. We've played against Stimulus package in the group stage yesterday. We know them well. They played a very, very clean icebox composition, putting Epsilon, their best player, on the Neon. I'm interested to see if they pull out the Neon again today. Of course, it depends on what map they end up choosing, but it would be a pick out of left field that Stormtroopers may not know how to deal with. It's Breeze. Definitely possible to see Neon here.
Yeah,
definitely possible.
We all know Epsilon loves to lean into the nerd lineups for the Neon stuns. You know, he has the Neon tech to slide on top of pyramids. If you've seen that clip, that's all him. On the other side, you maybe wonder if this is a little bit more of a deliberate pick from Stimulus package, because we know Mustard specifically is really intent on playing that Raze, and Breeze is probably the map in the pool with the least favor towards that agent.
Breeze is a toughie. It's pretty easy to play a large variety of duelists and initiators here, and Sentinels have their own slots here too. Some people like playing Killjoy and Cypher, while the meta's trended mostly towards Chamber these days. You can really see pretty much any combination of those roles. It's a map suited very well for comfort picks, and a good map to choose for this kind of tournament, I think. However, you may end up running into a problem where if the other team has their carry player on a duelist, you just kind of get rolled by those long-range peeks. I'm wondering if that is going to happen to one of these teams, and if it does, how are they going to deal with it?
Well, you know, the supporting lineups for the... Which is funny you say that, because I would contend that for both these teams, their strength comes from their supporting lineups. You know, you have like Alpha primarily playing that initiator for Stormtroopers. I wonder if we're going to see him sort of move over towards the more, you know, duelist heavy, entry heavy role in exchange for moving maybe Mustard onto that role instead. Ryanos as well for Stormtroopers. Again, playing, from what I saw yesterday, some more of that controller. These more mechanically inclined players are maybe going to have to be making some role swaps, and will Stormtroopers be comfortable with that moving over? And on the other hand, you have Georgie Boy, who's a very captaining Stimulus package, who's a very well-seasoned flex player, and...
Oh, that's the KO pick. KO seeing a lot more use on this map recently. A lot more use. I'm kind of down with it. Well, we'll see if it can be utilized effectively by a Stimulus package here.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about the KO is that, you know, you don't always have to use it in the most creative manner. You could just post them up on yellow, and then when you hear the drone, just chuck that knife up against the cave wall and try to cancel it, deny early space taking. But Hayden actually hovering the Sage.
Yeah, Stormtroopers not sure what initiator they want to play. They go for the KO too. No Sova on... I'm not sure I like the no Sova.
I am inclined to agree. The composition for Stormtroopers with the Sage instead of the Sova presumably is really questionable, especially because on Breeze there are basically only 3 wall positions you can actually get any sort of value out of, and one of those is going to be that cross for A pyramids, and that's not really going to actually prevent somebody from just walking upstairs and still shooting your head.
Right. I think the best value you can get out of Sage on this map is playing defense, using the wall to shut down A halls, or perhaps using it to shut down a B push. The wall here is just tough, because no matter where you put the wall in order to stop a push, they can kill it from really far away, and it just becomes useless at that point. It's no longer an interesting wall. They can rotate, they can push through the broken wall. It's difficult. We'll see what they do here to make the Sage useful.
There it is, the Neon boost already up from Epsilon on top of pyramids, and Dash still online because it's in the buy round.
He broke his legs, it seems, in the early round. 84 health to start. That's kind of tough, but...
More likely than not, he beefed the first attempt to get up on top of those pyramids. Bloody actually swinging with the Sheriff. It will connect onto Carter. Nice shot in the chat.
Early info here makes it very difficult for Stormtroopers to get in
Sova
here.
for Stormtrooper actually connects with Alpha as well, and I'm sorry, the teams are backwards. My
Yeah,
bad.
the teams are. I was finding a way to say that.
The teams are backward on that. Which
Oh my goodness!
Spike down A.
Sova pushing for more.
One enemy remaining.
Chasey seemed to be watching for it, but not ready.
Hayden unaware of the fact that the Sova could see the back of his head there, and a pretty solid first round for Stimulus package. Epsilon really gonna be flexing the Nurge setups here, and you gotta wonder how Stormtroopers are gonna respond. Making it out of their group, the back of a very contentious group, to be sure, is going to maybe call a little more into question whether or not this team is of the same caliber as the teams coming out of the group of Stimulus and Redhawks.
This is a difficult idea from Stimulus package. Pushing this hard on round 2 with econ advantage, they completely miss this B push. It looks like it's going to be okay because they delay and go elbow, but I don't know.
In favor of course.
Spike
Spectre gonna be
down
good
mid.
for 2, but the Sova going down.
I mean, this is winnable.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
And
they don't find Georgie Boy.
It is
It's no longer
quickly becoming
winnable.
not a Georgie Boy, just playing in the backside of B.
Spike is here.
Kaden alone, Clask in hand. Clask gonna find the last gun with the Sheriff. And Clive is actually a player I hold in very high regard because, coming over from Overwatch primarily, very good on those hit scans, and even playing with him in some of his very early Valorant experience,
Need a
he
drop.
still very mechanically sound player, and enabled on a much more, depending on how you set it up, the KO can be very linear. Round 3 op for Bloody here. Already, Stormtrooper's gonna be sweating a little bit.
You really, really hate to walk into this op on Breeze. Very difficult to deal with, and almost impossible if you don't have a Sova. They catch Epsilon pushing. Can they catch him leaving? No, not quite. The judge doesn't peek in time.
0 point
But they
checks
get
for
the
mark
op
up in
off.
calls, but the chamber safe seems to beat the timing. Epsilon walls across. Carter pushes out. Alpha
Huge
connects
first
one of his
picks.
own. Bloody finds one
Epsilon
with the
should be able to
operator.
find this planter.
Planted.
Oh,
Nice
doesn't
stun,
choose
though.
to swing.
Good from Tomas DS. Dashes across, finds
Oh
one,
my
doesn't
goodness.
quite connect with the second. Numbers advantage.
One enemy
The way that
remaining.
worked.
Stormtroopers fumbled as Bloody gets the second with the op.
Absolutely fumbled. They keep pushing so aggressively into this op. I think a huge
Chases
mistake.
Chase is on low health. Rifles available. And Georgie Boy cleans up Chasey.
Oh, this is difficult.
That was a pretty solid bonus round for Stimulus package. Obviously, there was
Absolutely.
the reinvestment, but it never really seemed out of question. Epsilon still able to maintain contention of that site, working around pyramids, throwing out the neon flashes every now and then.
Absolutely. That was just not a very well thought out post plant, I think, for Stormtroopers. If you look at their, I guess you can't see it anymore, but when they died, they were all like past the Viper wall, deep A, behind yellow. It just felt like they were feeding themselves into the retakers. It's normally quite difficult to retake with an op if they just play passively and hold crossfires on entry, but
The inexperience
They just
of
couldn't do
some
it.
of these teams really showing.
yeah, a little bit of a lack of discipline there.
Bloody looks out window, finds the first one down by the bottom of tube.
Another first kill for Stimulus package. And a second.
Epsilon on the other side pushes out, catches the player up on the rope. Chasey trying to call him out in the chat. Bloody actually maybe looking for a reposition with this op as Clap just continually holds the vent. Hayden actually finds one with the Sheriff.
That's actually
Epsilon-
huge. I think that's a free gun. They should probably go for that. Oh no, it's not a free gun. Never mind. I lied.
No, the gun is indoors, which means that they would have to, cross their mid with it, and they don't know if Bloody's still holding with that op, and
Scanning ahead.
it's tough. The
There
gun
they
gun
are.
difference showing itself there, granting the Sova the free kill. Plant should be able to go down, but that doesn't really...
Stay there, buddy.
One enemy remaining.
Beautiful.
Spike
Sova
planted.
doesn't get timinged, and stimulus package 4v1 retake guns firmly
This
in
is
their
this
favor.
is unlosable now. You know exactly where the jet is. You have an op watching the swing. You have 2 flashes.
The wall is set up for it and everything, and
He can't even spam this.
picks up the
Whoa,
bullseye.
Georgie.
Georgie doesn't quite see him there, but catches it eventually, picks it up. 4th round for stimulus package. No sweat.
Really, really smart positioning there from Shaquille Oatmeal as the round went on. Found great pushes, found great timings to catch those rotates back to A.
It's not every day you have your Sova lurking out of halls, but you know,
Absolutely.
it works. It works.
Let me tell you, looking like me out there. Actually,
Yeah.
he's probably better than I was. Never mind.
Retrograde has had a Retrograde's self-confidence is a little bit bruised. So let's see if we can can't fix that by the end of the day.
Well,
Well.
Gotta go.
All right.
are they gonna push again? Oh my goodness.
Epsilon again with that push out of halls.
He should
Fast
find
lane
it.
setup,
Ooh.
gun out. Hayden barely beats the timing to get out safely. Still
doesn't
might get
see the
caught
jet.
here.
He doesn't see the jet push down halls. This could catch Bloody on the rotate if the jet's smart. If the jet's smart,
Sova
they
good
might
for
get
2
2.
wide swinging out into elbow though.
There's one.
Carter
Expect him.
hurt.
Oh.
And Bloody just gets to slowly aim for it as Carter looks away.
One
at just
enemy
the wrong
remaining.
Time.
Yeah.
Georgie
I
boy finds
feel-
Alpha, and it's just Caden alone again.
Yeah, these mid-round decisions from Stormtroopers are a little bit odd. They seem to not have a good idea of what they want to take control of.
Yeah,
So they're just kind of moving around that.
as with a lot of these less experienced teams, the mid-round decision making on which parts of the map you want to fight for and then try to convert into like a sight hit, it's just getting stamped out, and there's no protocol for the response.
It's not. I don't know. I feel like something needs to happen for Stormtroopers here. They need to think more about how Stimulus Package are playing. If they don't have a good idea of how they want to play, all they have to do is think about how the other team is playing and think about how to adapt to that. You don't have to have a strong idea of like, okay, we are best when we take control of mid, or we really like our A hit, or we really like our B hit. All you have to do is know how Stimulus Package have been playing the past few rounds and hold for their pushes, say, or like right here. If they can snag these 2 kills in this cave push, things could turn really well. There we know. There's one.
First with Blade Storm. Very good suppression as well, just to make sure Epsilon doesn't get
JC.
anything.
Oh, that was scary. They're checking it. Can they find him? They can.
Good trade.
That's 2 guns over Stormtroopers here.
The
Bloody
timing?
looks away.
No, quite.
Oh.
Panic dash out, and Bloody finds the headshot with the op through the smoke.
That's 3 spams. 2 from Georgie, 1 from Bloody.
That is just a breakdown of a round.
John Riot not on Stormtrooper side.
Oh, props to the crosshair placement, but no. It's not, rounds will just be won and lost by players spamming through smokes at the right time, and
Absolutely.
you gotta, have enough rounds to account for the RNG round, as it were.
Especially in that Viper ult, you have to know that you're going to get spammed. I believe what happened is they tried to plant default. They may have even had their Viper trying to plant, which is an absolute no-no in Viper ults, especially if you're planting on a site with an established default. They're going to get spammed, they're going to get shocked, and your plant and your Viper ults are going to go bye-bye.
Pop flash out, Epsilon with a little 360 isn't going to be enough as Alpha cleans him up. KO also noted in mid. Guardian in hand.
Oof.
Not enough to get away with it. 0 point in response. Stormtroopers.
Where do they decide to go here? Looks like double doors. They're not sure, they're indecisive.
There's a little bit of indecision in mid. Georgie boy more than happy to clean up the kill as Stormtroopers, take a really nice first fight, but then just stall it out.
Spike down.
Clap
mid.
actually hard whiffs onto the players encroaching onto the A site, but Georgie boy locks it down with the pressure from tunnel, and Stormtroopers once again are stuck. They're twiddling their thumbs in double doors, and he's now posted up with the op for the cross. Georgie boy with the reflank. Chasey actually finds an Alpha next onto Clap.
What is going on?
Stormtroopers have just been winning out gun duels. Clap having a bit of a rough time connecting with that Guardian, and the dart's gonna give away the position of
Take out your gun!
Sova can't quite connect. As
Looks
the,
like it's going to be...
the Viper and KO are both going to be, or sorry, the Viper and Chamber are both going to be running back over to the B site. Bloody having a time.
They're unaware.
2v2 retake on the opposite site. Bloody actually pops the Blade Storms for this.
The Viper util not quite in the nicest place.
Chasey in a
This is
really
a free
weird
You
one
want
and
to
done
play?
for this.
Let's play.
Yeah, I don't like that positioning. I really don't like it.
Actually popped, and it seems like Chasey's just playing to sacrifice himself, maybe get one, and then just
Bloody saw.
Enemy
Bloody
remaining.
can barely connect with the Blade Storm. 2 HP remaining.
Only one smoke left.
All down to this tour de force. Let's see if the untradeable gun
Last player
work.
standing.
Jet smoke
Oh.
out. Alpha. That tour de force is such a powerful ultimate. Just the slow field it pops when securing a kill makes it nearly impossible for Bloody to stay in movement and utilize that Blade Storm to the fullest.
Absolutely. Makes it very, very difficult for your Jet to trade that, especially if they're on a window. That window position, if you have an op against the players on site, they can't really wall bang too far in either direction. It's just so difficult to play, and with only one Jet smoke left after wasting one on site, they couldn't cover the bomb long enough.
Alpha caught switching over to the Headhunter. Bloody pushes out mid. Gets his revenge for that round. Epsilon. Hot hands.
He finds two and dashes out!
Carter, though, in response, pushes up mid. Might actually be able to find 30 here with the crossmid placement.
Oh!
Crosshair placement.
Let me tell you, that Neon ult, so hard to find that kill. Neon ult really lasers you. You gotta hit that shot.
Yeah, it's an immense amount of pressure on being able to, both place it at the right level, control the spray if you miss the initial shot, and then obviously keep the tracking steady.
I love this decision.
Very, very impactful play from Carter there. And Caden actually hovering
You
with the
will
spike.
not kill my ally.
Cannon is just playing for the res onto Tomas BS to lock up the round.
I'm not the most sure about that res, personally.
I'm not super confident about it either, but if you're in the position Stormtroopers are, you just really want to secure as many rounds as possible because you can't
30
just
seconds
expect,
left.
Alpha and Carter to win out your gun duels every single time.
I think that's fair, yeah.
And then again,
Gap in the wall. Kind of tough.
This is about the most utility a Sage Wall can get in a position like this, and this is again why we were sort of questioning the Sage merits as having util, but Chasey finds the KO mid ult and then finds his opposing number.
That's a difficult KO ult to lose. That could have shut down a site push. That could have shut down so much more, and sadly it gets used in the dying moments of that round. Difficult positioning, coming both from double door, but I'm not sure it'll be enough to put Stimulus Package in a truly difficult situation here. They seem to continue to have an
They're
econ
looking
boom.
pretty well, yeah.
Yeah.
The one weak spot is Clap, obviously, on that Sheriff, but 4 rifles otherwise, and I'm not even sure Stormtroopers can say the same.
There's a lot of util out in mid here, and not a whole lot of people actually watching.
It's a really neat little push, both from Carter and from Epsilon, to Epsilon getting up into that mid box.
This interaction in mid! There it is.
Carter wins out the fight. Epsilon's position here can be
Epsilon gets 2 here.
Holds 1. Doesn't quite connect with the spray. A little bit of beef there. Chasey on the flick.
Waited a little bit too long there, I think.
Bloody also in a really nice little position on these 8 pyramids. Finds 1, finds 2.
Good work.
For Stimulus Package, only managing connect to 2 and leaving Sova in a 1v2.
Spike planted.
A little bit of spaghetti in that round, but
Caden being a little bit aggressive here. Sova's probably heard everything and knows exactly where Caden is if I'd wager. Now, they've got one watching flank and one watching mid. This dart should tell them that he's bridge.
Okay, Caden elects to break it. Still gets pinged anyway.
That's tough.
So they know there's one. They know the player, the Sage, is in double doors. Gonna be down to Alpha. Maybe catch Sova off as he's looking for the kill on Caden.
I'm not. I think they think he's saving, which is
The teleport and
he can't
Sova plays
defuse.
slow enough. There's no time. Caden knows that. Just taking a trip around mid.
That was tough. That TP.
Chasey calls the Paul moment, and third round for Stormtroopers.
This is looking much better for Stormtroopers now.
Pretty securely answering back into the half after
Weapon here.
off the back of a interesting first round that eventually just came down to Stormtroopers winning out on their duels.
Oh Whoa! 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 Oh, whoa! 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 Whoa!
A little bit PMA. We're all friends.
Big-ish being talked in the all chat. You'd love to see it, honestly.
D::.
I really like this idea.
That's a fantastic 0 point, just identifying that Epsilon's been pushing out of halls with a Neon sprint.
You know this Viper ult's in use. You don't want to push through main. Getting this mid control has been working out well for them, so they choose to continue doing so.
Carter just contacting through double doors. Might actually catch the first player in Clap here. Alpha.
Clap! Clap has been having a lot of trouble recently with holding his util out with peek him.
Clap definitely needs to just, maybe try to find those timings a little bit better, or just use util more reactively, unless trying to make some plays or catch some timing with it. And there it is again. KO getting caught with a flash in hand. Bloody gets up the kill. Epsilon with one of his own.
Just quickly turned around.
3v3 retake. Georgie finds his opposing number.
Go!
Carter on the Yang, though.
Player standing.
Love the positioning from these last two players on this retake.
Having a phenomenal game.
And they have no clue where the chamber is, of course. Beautiful job.
4K on the round. The Jet. Stormtroopers. And the half is quickly swinging in their favor.
That was honestly scary for a quick second. That interaction in halls between Tomas and Bloody could have decided the round very, very easily, especially once Epsilon completed that flank. But luckily, they decided to plant a little bit closer to CT and take full control of it, since they are aware that that flank comes in pretty often, and that double doors is a common retake position for the stimulus package team.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these stimulus package teams are coming over through double doors in those retakes. Identifying that. Epsilon,
it's tough to run into that Viper roll.
Not even necessary, though. The Judge on the Neon pop flash maybe coming out for stun in response. Second pop flash and a second stun.
I'm surprised that this guy is just taking the flashes instead of turning them personally.
Epsilon is built different.
He is actually just different.
Eyes.
You're so right. See, here's where you want that res, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly. This is where because then you can leverage it into,
forcing those peaks.
Man, equilibrium.
Absolutely.
Bloody holding down halls.
I'm surprised that stimulus package have given up A as much as they have. This should be a pretty free plan for Stormtroopers, actually.
Clap,
and
obviously,
retake are different.
Clap without a proper gun is, just willing to play safe to keep his life and be that human retake drone. Epsilon catches Chasey, though, as the Viper's pit comes down, and
not again.
Suddenly, Stormtroopers are sweating here, not having the right responses to the aggression here. Epsilon dashes out. There's no trade.
Planted.
Tomas eventually holds for it as Epsilon swings for more. Plant is going to come down, but it's a really poor situation here for Stormtroopers. Bloody uses his life to dash up onto the pyramid, and Caden with a double.
Caden finding round-winning kills there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that... Suddenly the post-plant for Stormtroopers looking very, very winnable. Musket needs to find something from this position. All these from Georgie Boy are coming out. Caden really desperately needs to play his life here. He's 2 kills for them already. I don't think they know that's his pocket. Oh, but the swing! Caden doesn't quite connect with the spray, and Georgie Boy cleans it up.
Definitely difficult situation there.
Yeah.
Oh. Honestly, just tough for Tomas that there's 2 fucking mollies left in Georgie Boy's pocket. That's like...
That's a Viper moment. You hate to see it.
You'd expect him to use one when there was so much pressure on B in front of his ultimate, but he held on to both and made it possible to find that kill on Tomas that really swung the round and made it a 7-5 half at best for Stormtroopers. Really, really strong round, and now it's a weak buy on Stormtroopers as well.
Yeah. Clap once again electing to stray from the rifle. His hands being a little bit too cold for his own liking. Bloody is holding down Hall. Carter is going to pop the Blade Storm. No command as well coming out. This fast push again up mid. They've left Chasey in the spawn though. The Viper fight in spawn goes the way of Georgie Boy. Epsilon finds Carter dashing over with the Blade Storm. More damage with the Spectre. Caden eventually cleans it up, but
not kill my ally.
Rez coming through Alpha.
One
Catches the
enemy
Sova on the swing.
remaining.
Clap.
Spike down mid.
That rifle kill. Confidence building for this KO. A little dropout 360 to.
Looks like it.
You know, just make him reassure him
Switching
of the confidence boost. 8-4 half for Stimulus. Very solid. You know, Breeze typically lending itself more, in recent memory, lending itself more to the attack half. So one can only hope for Stimulus that they can be able to convert this into a pretty reliably, pretty easy attack win. You know, because their comp definitely has a lot of offensive power. You know, you don't. And what you give up in that Sentinel role, you have in what would normally be the Sentinel role, you have Epsilon playing the Neon. So you know you can get those fast bursts out onto site with the fast lane and the sprint and eventually the overdrive as well. So and Shorty light shields. This is gonna be an interesting execute. Dash through. Player backside identified. Epsilon doesn't quite leave out with the Shorty yet. Has to reload. Chasey thanking his lucky stars and doesn't quite get away. The Shorty gets the first kill and Viper wall set up for the cross. Caden is going to have to find this
I'm out of here.
and the Shorty flattens another one. Switch out for the classic. 3 players for Stormtroopers all grouped up in backside. Don't really know what to do. Drone is out to catch any sort of exit.
One enemy remaining.
Bloody Shaquille.
Oh, unwinnable situation there, to be honest.
For Stimulus, the pistol round goes their favor, and really solid execute. You know, you have a lot that double initiator util to just clear a lot of space in the backside, put Chasey under a lot of pressure, and then just let Epsilon run at him with the Shorty.
Honestly, during the half, I was going to say that this Stormtroopers comp is actually much better suited to defense than offense. So this is really the half that both teams should be able to work their best magic on. Sadly, that pistol round going away with Stimulus package might be a harbinger of things to come, because at the end of the day, no matter what you play on Breeze, it all comes down to hitting your shots. And there's another example of it right there. Alpha peeking early.
That upgraded fire rate.
No
really,
chance now.
Really making itself seen. Clap has already taken position here in all. Wins out though. No real reinvestment from the KO. Finds Epsilon.
This round is now very winnable.
It is extremely winnable for Stormtroopers. Hayden, you know, maybe not on the most optimal agent pick, but definitely being
nobody's checking for this KO flank.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Sova checks it just at the end of the round, and everything goes in favor of Stimulus package.
Here.
Bloody just with that Sheriff in hand, might be looking to buy up with an op already, and now Stormtroopers got to be sweating. This is their first gun round, except not entirely, because I guess some of them invested just enough that they won't have enough to full buy into this round. Yeah, you have a Guardian, a Light Armor, Bulldog, a Spectre, and Stimulus package are just opting to full bonus, and it's going to be regardless, a much closer pound-for-pound matchup than Stormtroopers might be comfortable with. Early stage wall and A main to maybe slow the fast hit a little bit, but Epsilon off the back of the Sova and KO util is going to blow open Alpha, and Clap finds the other, and Stimulus package. They're out on site. Epsilon already posted up under bridge. Stun out to slow the retakers just a little bit. Epsilon hears the flash, sees the KO. Gets the kill, picks up the rifle, and doesn't even...
One enemy remaining.
Great discipline. This one is Clap. Maybe finally started to heat up a little bit. Chasing on the flank, trying to find anything.
A stomp. It was a little bit closer in the first half, but... Ooh! He'll run away.
Low damage, not wanting to give up that gun. Shaquille Oatmeal cleans up the last, and...
Oh!
Round for Stimulus. No. The tactical crouch, the...
teabag, man.
Getting the reps in. And, you know, there was a bit of a hope for Stormtroopers there for a little bit. They went on that 4-round tear, but the Stimulus package doing such a great job of equalizing and then converting that momentum into the second half. It's a very scattered, very weird buy for Stormtroopers here. And the Bucky in the hands of Carter are just going to play right up against that A main. I'm going to try to find anything before the sight hit comes through.
Right.
Bloody posted up with the op, updrafts right away, and takes out Kaden. God, I love Jet. I love the op, and I love Jet. The flash connects.
And he just walks out with his flash out.
Somehow, but
one enemy remaining.
Bloody doesn't miss a second time. Epsilon with the overdrive.
Chasing eco frags.
Connects onto Alpha and cleans up Chasey, and... Oh, that was a devastating, flawless round, because even if Stormtroopers can try to drag this back with what was a half buy on the previous round and a full buy coming into this one, it's a mountain to climb, because the economy is so strong for Stimulus package. It's coming up on so many ults in future rounds. It's
close quarters engagement.
Quite frankly, an unwinnable situation for Stormtroopers here. It looks like their VVI run might just be stamped out.
Buying extra guns for fun, it seems. Trading skins like Pokemon cards.
You can do that, unfortunately.
This Hall's control so aggressive.
Clap fighting for it. Bloody finds the player mid. Carter finds one with the Judge, but is traded out. Alpha finds George Boy.
One enemy remaining.
Bloody though with another, and Clap claps out. One KO remaining. Standing on the edge of Oblivion with Stormtroopers and Stimulus package.
Just gotta roll over, huh?
A very comfortable 13-4. There was a moment there where Stormtroopers seemed to be maybe fighting things back, but realistically that was more a momentum play than anything.
Very, very difficult game for Stormtroopers there. It felt like they never really got a foothold. Those 4 rounds that they got in the first half on that streak, bolstered by the fragging ability of Carter and Alpha. But sadly, as soon as Stimulus package fixed their approach and pushed even more aggressively, leveraging their firepower, everything just continued to work out in their favor for the rest of the game.
Indeed.
It's looking like Group A, both of their teams are now out of quarters. This is an interesting situation.
Indeed it is. 100 Tree Rex taking out the other survivor from that group. You know, the teams coming into these quarters are going to be looking extremely deadly. Stimulus package, retrograde with his Red Hawks. I sure wish you were here on cast to talk with me about it. But no, 100 Tree Rex as well, and we're going to be coming out of that extra Butterdog in here Appreciation Society game. It's going to be a very, very interesting set of BO3s in the quarterfinals that we're going to be seeing.
I am very, very interested in how this bracket's going to turn out. I feel like any of these teams could be the tournament champions. Sadly, it's going to be Red Hawks, but
no bias.
We'll see. We'll see who can, who gets to play us. I'll say.
I don't know. I've heard whispers of the 100 Tree Rex, coming back from a 10-2 against Red Hawks. But
yeah.
Regardless,
I haven't heard anything about that, to be honest.
A fantastic day of Valorant here on the B stream. Thank you all for tuning in so much. I'm Rose Hour here with Retrograde, and yeah, this has been your B stream for day 2 of the Victory Valorant Invitational. Look forward to seeing you all for whatever tomorrow has in store.